Okay, greetings, Patriots, Starseeds Lightworkers, and of course our very brave military. Welcome to 1776 United, and we're in a worldwide and galactic revolution. I'm Alex West. So, things are really coming to a head. And before I get started on the good intel that's coming in, I want everybody to really, especially the digital warriors out there, to step back from all the propaganda and disinformation that is on TikTok, it's on Rumble, it's on everywhere. And if you just have a sense of somebody saying something negative about anything, just move on, keep scrolling, so to speak, okay? Because there is a lot of really bad info out there right now. But I will tell you what is good. Trump basically is getting ready to. They're basically preparing the battlefield, so to speak, on the financial end of it, to start handing out dividend checks, and it could be minimum 2,000. It could go up from there, but these are dividend checks, and let me make that perfectly clear. These aren't so. It's not socialism. It's not welfare. It's not anything to do with, what the deep state, they wanted to control it. They always had, control over the monies that were happening, and you were going to be the last ones to ever get it. But Trump, he's signing executive orders right now to make the people, men and women of the United States, part of the U.S. Republic, and investors, of all the money that has been recovered. So that's why he's saying they're going to be dividend checks, because you are basically an investor of humanity, and that's going to go worldwide, okay? Because I know all the countries in the world have signed on to the Gesara Pact, and that's going to be very, very clearly laid out in each and every country. It's just, right now, Trump is making way, and he's plowing the way to, get these dividend checks out to the, men and women of the United States, possibly up in Canada. Could happen. Who knows? I don't think he's going to leave anybody out. It could go to, New Zealand, Australia. Could go to, Scotland, Ireland. Iceland, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, who knows? These checks could be popping out all over the place, because we are going to become a kingdom. And, I'm kind of crossing my fingers for that. And it's not just that check. I mean, he's also being very, being very vocal about, money that you're supposed to be getting back on, or a budget for the health care, that the Obamacare completely destroyed. And, there was trillions of dollars that involved there that will be going back to the American people, to say that you will get that money to make your own choice of what you want, to who you want to have take care of you, and if you can't wait, you'll be able to, make your choice from that. Or if you can, then you just wait for the time when the redemption, gives the notice, which is right around the corner, or the banks that could possibly turn into a redemption center, and you can make your appointment. And that's what you have to, say at that time, that I like to make a appointment for the medbeds, and they will get you set up. Okay? So, and they are being rolled out everywhere. Okay? That is very, very good news. And also, the currencies, that's all going to be revaluated. Commander mentioned it, and when he mentions things like that, they're going to happen. So, any type of wording that he does say, that's a calm, that means it's already been done and put into place, or has, the deal has been signed. Okay? And he's dripping and dropping crumbs basically intel crumbs to the digital warriors, to all the patriots out there that are listening on what he's doing. So if he says that, he's come right out and said it about the medical, that you're all going to get money back from that to make your own decision about what doctor you want to go see. And some of these doctors are very, very, very excited about getting into the medbed situation. The ones that were not involved in the 2020 agenda that was happening there. A lot of doctors that are coming back, and they want to be involved in the new GESARA program that's happening with the frequent healing, and that's very, very exciting. So, I mean, lots of things are going to change, and they're going to change very, very quickly. Now, getting to all the monies that are around the world, yes, they will be revaluated. At the very minimum, they're going to go 1-to-1. At the very minimum. But there will be countries out there that their economies are, doing very, very well, and their money's going to be based on the amount of, deep rare earth assets that they do carry inside their country. So some will, be revalued or valued higher than the U.S. Treasury note. Okay. Now, I believe for the Canadians and the Scottish and the Irish and Iceland, Greenland, and the Western Kingdom, including South Africa, New Zealand, and Australia, I believe there's going to be a dollar or a treasury note that will be coming out into your ATM machines that will be controlled by the military. And they're, and you're going to start seeing your bank accounts fill up with these dividend checks. It's not going to be, happening right away. I mean, like, they're not going to give you a pile, but they have, maybe $100,000 set aside, and they're going to be, pouring out these dividend checks and watching and monitoring to make sure the wealth that is starting to be distributed publicly doesn't fall into nefarious hands. That's all they're going to do. And if it does, if people start doing stupid things with it, then it's going, that particular person is going to be cut off. So, they want to give money to everybody on the planet, but that's just not the case. That's just not something that is reality, because there has been a lot of dark elements out there that have caused nothing but chaos and stirred up as much egregious contempt for peace-loving people, and have done a lot of crazy things. Now, that being said, there is a huge number of arrests and detainees that they will never. I mean, they're building out areas right now that that are undisclosed, just so they can house the amount of arrests that are going on, because they're basically being held in detention centers. You want to call them FEMA camps, call them whatever you want, but there is a lot of that stuff going on. Now, like I said, there's the everyday people, the people that when we, get out there and we jump in the car and go to work and stuff like that, the warning is right now, and this warning comes from me: be very, very careful about your driving, and watch for the other vehicles that are, and the way their actions are driving, because we have a lot of people out there that have had the Kool-Aid, and those Kool-Aid traumatic results, I guess, or their diagnosis are not doing very, very good. So there are people out there that should not be driving. We had a incident in the East Kootenays that one of my family, my sisters up there, contacted me and said a car went out of control, and they were in the A&W, and the car went out of control and hit a 55-year-old, I guess it was a man. The woman was in the car, but he was killed she hit him so hard that he flew almost a block. And we can know basically the result of that was because of what she had taken. So the roads are very, very dangerous everywhere around the world, and we have to be very, very careful because we all need to get in this. Now, that being said, there are the med beds, and they, from what I understand, the med beds, the vaxxed, or the people that took the Kool-Aid in what sort of form or another, will have a chance to get into the med beds. They're going to put priority onto them as well, to hopefully get them healed, especially the ones that were forced vaxxed, and they're going to get into the med beds so we can get our planet healed up. Now to the metals. The metals, from what I understand through John Dowling, and from his incredible intel that he has on the financial end of it, the metals, he says that silver and gold will probably go 1-to-1, and he figures gold, based on the revaluation that's happening there, what could be up to $25,000 right out of the gate. Excuse me. So if it's going to go 25,000 out of the gate, that means silver is going to go 25,000. So I would really recommend and that everybody, if they can afford it, get out there and start buying some metals. And I don't care what metal it is. If it's copper, that's fine, because if those two metals are going to go up to what that is, I'm sure palladium and platinum is going to do the same thing, along with all these other metals. So they're all going to increase in value. So if you're picking up, copper for $5 a pound, then stock up on copper, right? I mean, that's what you do. And any type of dollars or that anybody has, I would take some dollars out of your hip pocket and go down to your bank and buy some foreign currency, namely Vietnamese dong, which is available, or the Indonesian rupiah, or the South Korean krone, stuff like that. And even the Colombian peso, I think, is 4,000 to 1. So, or even any African money if it's available. I mean, all of it's going to be going to 1-to-1. So the more that they've been depressed, the more money you're going to get, because they, basically, like you know what I mean, right? So, get your hands on that, because all this that's coming together right now, it's all part of the new world, and there'll only be a certain amount of time. It's going to be very, very exciting, and all I can say is that with what's coming, with what I'm seeing right now, if I was to put it into a word, all I would say is this is going to be spectacular, absolutely spectacular. This is going to be something that nobody has ever anticipated, and it's going to, these things here, even for the so well educated in this area and about the researchers that have been working on this for such a long time, they're the ones that are even going to be surprised as well. So yes, we're going to be going into a very dynamic, extremely dynamic new world, and and if you throw all that there into place, and everybody's got their new accounts and their new phones full of money and all this, then all the patent technologies that are going to start rolling out as well on top of that, it's going to be just everywhere you look, you're going to see nothing but positive. People are going to be jumping around and jumping for joy about what they got. Yes, there will be a huge frenzy, but I have to mention one thing. We're not only going to get a whole bunch of money, we're going to also have the buying power to buy, based on the revaluation of all the real estate, the revaluation of all the cars and equipment that is out there, the revaluation of the metals, and how that's going to go up in price. So what the cabal has done is suppressed everything, and then all the commodity out there has put it up here. Okay, so we've got, you can't, with what we have here, we can't buy what this high price is for any of the commodity. The real estate's up here, it's in a bubble. The vehicles out there, they're, up here, they're in a bubble. So all of it's going to go this way, right? So everything's going to be so cheap, land, everything. So get ready. That's all I can say. Get ready, because and start planning. Start thinking like a millionaire, because that's coming. I can't see it not happening. I just don't know when they're going to pull the pin, but I would highly recommend that everybody prepare themselves for what is about to come. Okay, so I'm glad I got this video out today. Okay, God bless everybody, and I love you.